If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're dealing with a really bad tenant and having to consider evicting them from your home, which really sucks. So we want to kind of walk you through the process of what that looks like here in El Paso County. Please know that we are not attorneys, so if you have legal questions, please reach out to an attorney before starting the eviction. The very first step in an eviction is you have to go serve the residents with a demand. Serving residents with a demand has changed over the years in Colorado, and now if you can't hand it to them physically, you must make multiple attempts on different days and have an affidavit of service saying that you've actually done it in the proper steps and have documented proof that has been served or posted in appropriate manner. When you serve a demand, it has to follow procedures of Colorado law. That means you have to actually serve it to the resident directly or make multiple attempts at doing so, have documented proof that you've been doing that. The demands can be written in different capacities. Could be a 3-day demand, could be a 10-day demand, or even a 30-day demand under the CARES Act. It could also be a notice to quit. The notice to quit is not the same as a demand, and a lot of people mix up those two documents and use one or the other inappropriately when attempting to do the eviction. After the demand expires, then you can file it with the courts. Usually the El Paso County courts will take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to get your hearing on the docket from the time you file. The eviction court usually happens on a Tuesday or a Thursday, and you'll often have an outcome right then and there, but your resident has the opportunity to file an answer and possibly kick back. So if they're not satisfied with the outcome of the initial hearing, they do have the right to trial. The first trial goes to a magistrate. Usually from when they file, you'll get on the docket again about another 2 to 3 weeks after that initial hearing or from when they file. They only have so long to file, so they can't drag it out for weeks and weeks, but just know that we probably see 50% of residents wanting to go to a trial. That first trial will be in front of a magistrate, at which point in time they'll hear both sides and a decision will be made. If the resident is still not satisfied with the outcome of the trial, then it's possible that they could file an answer again and take it to a file in front of a county judge. Getting in front of a judge for that second trial can take a lot longer. In our experience, we've usually been put on the docket 3 to 6 weeks after that first trial. The judge will review the same information or review new information if it comes to light and make a judgment decision from there. It is possible it could go to district court, but that's pretty unlikely. So at the initial hearing, the first trial or the second trial, at some point in time, as long as we've done everything by the books, all of our paperwork is right, we're going to be getting an order of possession from the magistrate or the judge. An order of possession is the judge saying that we're allowed to have possession of the property. However, we don't get possession right away. From when we get the order of possession, you have to wait at least 48 hours to give them time to move out. If the tenants don't move out in that 48 hours, then you can file the writ of restitution with the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department will then go post a notice on the door that their team is going to be coming out to remove them physically from the property. That is the final eviction. Now there's something else you need to know as a landlord. When the sheriff comes out to the property, they're only going to remove the individuals and anything harmful from the home, like weapons or drugs. It is your responsibility as a landlord to physically remove all of the possessions from the home to the curb in under 1 hour. At Solid Rock Realty, we typically send out at least a 5-man team to remove all those possessions to the curb. For bigger homes or hoarding situations, we've had as many as 12 people on site performing that eviction because no matter what's going on, the sheriff still only gives us 1 hour. So you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared, then the sheriff will make you reschedule for another date, which can often be another week or 2 in the future. So if your tenant really wants to drag out this whole process, we're talking usually a minimum of about 45 to 60 days for the eviction process. It's a really long process. And for some folks who are working with a 91-day notice to quit, we're talking 91 days plus that 45-week timeline. And again, it can be longer, especially if they choose to take it to the first or second trial. Solid Rock Realty is very good at handling evictions, and our team can help you from start to finish. So give us a call at Solid Rock Realty if you need help evicting one of your residents.